Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of our Gridiron Football Player of the Week show. This is the regular season finale edition, Week 10. Jace Lejeune alongside the lovely
Sophie Gishel.
You got it, Sophie Gishel. And Sophie, we're going to have another countdown here for Gridiron Football Player of the Week show. And it's hard to believe that it's Week 10. This will be the last opportunity that pretty much everybody gets, for Gridiron Football Player of the Week until next week when we talk about the playoffs. We're still going to be doing this throughout the playoffs, but as far as regular season goes, this will be the last opportunity a player gets.
If your team ain't getting the playoffs, it was nice knowing you.
Right. So better hope you make the playoffs and make a deep run at the playoffs, or really get some chances. So we're going to talk about. I think we had 3 states represented in our Gridiron Football Player of the Week this week: Louisiana, Texas, and Arkansas. But first, as always, want to thank everybody that has donated, that has voted for Gridiron Football Player of the Week, that's donated for Gridiron Football Player of the Week. We really appreciate it. All the money's going towards our Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game at the end of the year, so we do appreciate it. And that money's going towards players like these that we're going to try to continue to promote through our All-Star game at the end of the year. Just a little promo there. This December 30th this year will be the Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game. Will be played at Louisiana Christian University in Pineville. So let's get to it. I know people are waiting to find out where their player ranks on this list. We had about 25, 30 nominations this week. We narrowed down to about 15. So just for making the top 15 is an accomplishment in itself. But a little bit of round of applause for that. There we go. A little slow clap for that. And we're going to go right into it, Sophie. Sophie, you hold the key. You have all the names on this list. So it's up to you. Everybody's glued into the screen, and you have the key. So before everybody else knows who the Gridiron Football Player of the Week is. But we're going to start off with number 15 and your home state, matter of fact.
Yes, Texas. Number 15, we've got Wiley in Texas, running back Julius Lane with 2 votes.
Yeah, not Wiley Coyote. We got Wiley High School. And representing Wiley High School in Texas is Julius Lane, a big running back. I mean, probably about 6'2". 235 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. Do not get in his way is what I recommend. Stay off the train tracks. But Julius Lane is a great two-way player. Also plays some defense as well for Wiley High School. And how about his game against Plainview? He carried the ball 21 times, 21 carries for 300 yards even, and 5 touchdowns. And they won the football game. It was a high-scoring affair. Hopefully you picked the over because it definitely had a lot of points scored in this football game. 70-52, your final score as Wiley High School defeats Plainview High School up in Texas. But 5 touchdowns, 300 yards rushing. A good way to start off the list for Julius Lane. And definitely stood in his lane because there weren't going to be anybody getting off his lane, I can tell you that. 5 touchdowns, 300 yards rushing for number 15 player.
Alrighty, for number 14, we've got De La Salle running back Eamon Williams with 3 votes.
Yeah, I'll actually be seeing Eamon Williams play on Friday for De La Salle because they will have Episcopal on Friday. So I will be calling his game and we'll get a chance to see him a lot more. But yeah, he has been a bell cow this year for the Cavaliers over at De La Salle. They're a big, physical, tough football team, and they got a really talented running back to hand the football off to. Eamon Williams, only a junior, still has another year of eligibility, but 11 carries, 86 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Also show what he can do as a receiver. 3 catches for 95 yards and another touchdown. Also had a kickoff return for 44 yards. Add that all together, that's 15 total touches for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns. Not to mention he also had 2 tackles on defense. Why not throw that in there? And they won the football game, the Cavaliers, 49-23 to clinch the district championship. And now they'll take on the Episcopal Knights in the playoffs. Eamon Williams coming in at number 14.
For number 13, we're going back to Texas, Jace.
There you go. You're at Wayne State. Yep. All right.
Number 13, we've got Brewer safety Josh Matthews with 7 votes.
And if you're just coming on here as a defensive player, we've had a lot of defensive guys win Gridiron Football Player of the Week, but you have to do something pretty special on that side of the football to be considered, with a lot of guys that score a lot of touchdowns on offense. And Josh Matthews did that for Brewer High School. He had 7 total tackles on defense, and he also had 3 interceptions. When you have 3 interceptions in one football game, that is pretty impressive, including one of those he actually helped score himself. He had a pick 6 in that football game. One of those 3 interceptions went to the house. I feel like the offense, hey, maybe we decide not to throw the ball his way. Maybe that's not working out that great.
Let's just avoid him now.
Let's just avoid him and not throw the ball towards his way. But he had 3 interceptions, a pick 6, and a PBU. They won the football game 34-7. Your final score there.
Alrighty. We got another Texas guy.
We're racking up the Texas guys on right now.
I'm loving the list today. Number 12, we've got DeSoto running back Sarrod Baker with 9 votes.
Yes, Sarrod's been on this list a couple of times for DeSoto, one of the powerhouse programs in the state of Texas. And we've had Ethan Feaster, Boogie Feaster on this list for DeSoto. Sarrod Baker is another player, a running back. Still only has another year. He's only a 2027 prospect. But again, impressive numbers once again. There's no doubt who they hand the football off to. 16 carries, 247 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Had a 6-touchdown game in a 53-14 win over Lancaster High School. So if you're liking this right now, we had a safety from the state of Texas at number 13. We had one of the best up-and-coming running backs in the state of Texas from DeSoto High School coming in at number 12.
And a little spoiler, we got more Texas guys coming later.
Oh, goody.
Alrighty, but for number 11, we're back to Louisiana. We got Destrehan wide receiver Jabari Mack with 17 votes.
If you follow recruiting, you definitely heard the name Jabari Mack. He is committed to play at LSU.
Oh.
So he's an LSU commit to play for the Tigers. And Destrehan, they have a chance to make a really good run at the Superdome this year in Division I non-select because of a guy like Jabari Mack. I mean, when you have some of your best players going to play at LSU, that's pretty good, I gotta admit. And Jabari Mack, he showed his versatility a little bit. It's not like one of these games he just simply took over at wide receiver, but he showed he can make an impact in the football game in other areas, right? He had 9 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown run. He also threw a pass and completed for 58 yards. And, of course, he's a receiver, so he's going to make his catches. 6 catches for 128 yards. Did all that, and it helped Destrehan really clinch that district championship 49-26 over Thibodaux. Jabari Mack, I mean, he's ready for a playoff run. I think he even mentioned that they're going to go and win state, and we're going to see how the Wildcats do. And obviously, they have a playmaker like Jabari Mack do stuff like that. Watch out for the Destrehan Wildcats and Jabari Mack making this list. Future LSU Tiger coming in at number 11.
Alrighty. Don't hate me. Number 10. We're back to Texas.
Back to Texas. Okay, here we go.
This one's actually pretty close to home. Only like 25, 30 minutes away.
There you go.
For number 10, we've got Kingwood quarterback Landon Henson with 28 votes.
And a little bit of a spoiler here, Sophie. There's also going to be another Kingwood, Texas player on this list. His teammate up there ahead of them. But first, we want to talk about Landon Henson, the quarterback. Very efficient night. He completed 33 of 47 passes, 414 yards, and 3 touchdowns through the air. So pretty efficient throwing the football, over 400 yards passing. Nothing to sneeze at for sure. And 3 touchdowns. And he scored 3 of their 4 touchdowns. They won the football game 28-7 over Humboldt High School. So 28-7 your final score. Landon Henson coming in your top 10.
Alrighty, for number 9, we've got Southside and Arkansas, running back and safety Braden Simon with 55 votes.
Yeah, we got Braden Simpson. Simpson.
I'm so sorry. Simpson.
There you go, Braden Simpson from our only Arkansas representative this week, Sophie. But Braden Simpson, we mentioned him as running back and safety from Southside High School in Arkansas because he made an impact on both sides of the football. He had 1 receiving touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns on offense, so 3 total touchdowns on the offensive side of the football. And then he also racked up the numbers on defense. He had 14 total tackles and a forced fumble on defense. Did a little bit of everything there for Southside High School up in Arkansas. They won the football game as well, 47-14 over Blythefield High School in Arkansas. So Braden Simpson, good job, man, on 3 touchdowns on offense, 14 tackles on defense. I can tell you it was pretty busy for Southside this past Friday.
Mm-hmm. For the next 2, we got some teammates competing.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what we like.
Back to back. For number 8, we've got Acadiana defensive end Darius McKinley with 62 votes.
Yeah, we actually have 2, I mean, it kind of spoils it, but 2 Acadiana players. Both were defensive ends at the same position at 8 and 7. But we're going to start with Darius McKinley first. Darius McKinley, obviously, he's the younger brother of Dominant McKinley, who's actually playing at LSU right now. He's one of the defensive linemen at LSU. He's also committed to play at LSU, too. So
we got brothers
at LSU. We obviously have the Weeks brothers, and looks like we're going to get the McKinley brothers as well. But Darius McKinley had 10.5 tackles, 5 TFLs, so he was out there behind the line of scrimmage a lot. He was pretty much living in the backfield that whole game. 5 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, a forced fumble, 3 quarterback hurries. He just took over the entire backfield in that game. It's a really good rivalry game anytime Acadiana and Carencro play. And guess what? They get to play again because Acadiana won that game 21-14. Guess who their first round playoff opponent is? It's Carencro. So they want to play back-to-back weeks. It should be one of the more intriguing first round matchups in the playoffs. But Darius McKinley took over that game, 10.5 tackles, 5 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, a forced fumble, 3 quarterback hurries. Unfortunately, his teammate, also took over that game as well.
He took it over a little bit more too. For number 7, another Acadiana defensive end, Dante Chavis with 106 votes.
Yes, yeah, one defensive lineman making it for Acadiana, and the other defensive lineman making it as well, Dante Chavis. And it shows you how dominant that defensive line duo was in that game to only give up 14 points to a really explosive Carencro offense. But Dante Chavis, he was like, they're trying to match tit for tat, competing against each other, right? 12.5 tackles, 5 TFLs for Dante Chavis, 3 sacks. So, I mean, he's right there with the numbers with Darius McKinley in a 21-14 win over Carencro. So I guarantee you that Carson Gursey, the Golden Bears, offensively had enough of seeing Dante and Darius that entire football game. But it was really the key performance from those 2 players that really helped Acadiana get that edge in that rivalry game, 21-14. We'll see if they can do that once again against Carencro, because they're going to have to play again in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting.
That'll be interesting.
Sure.
You're definitely familiar with who you're playing because you just played them. Now you got to play them again on Friday.
Alrighty, for number 6, we got Jonesboro Hodge, quarterback and safety, Dakota Knox with 212 points.
Yep. Dakota Knox has made this list before this year, and we'll see Dakota at the end of the year in the Gridiron Football Bowl game as well. But Dakota Knox doing a great job leading the Tigers this year. Dakota had on offense 4 total touchdowns. He has 3 on offense, so he had 2 passing, 1 rushing. But he also had an interception on defense for a touchdown, too. He ended up with 2 interceptions. So 4 total touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 rushing, and a defensive touchdown, too. And a 30-0 win over Cedar Creek. He pretty much just took over that football game in that one over Cedar Creek. And right now, Coach Blankenship, going to give a shout out to Coach Blankenship. Dakota Knox are definitely going to be in the running for, maybe a deep playoff push as well. But great performance there for Dakota Knox. We called his name a couple of times this year, and it's great to see him make the list once again at number 6.
All right, for number 5, we've got Westminster Christian Opelousas, running back Kyle Horde with 991 votes.
So this submission was actually from myself.
Really?
Because I saw him play in person on Thursday. and it was a big game, district championship, undefeated district championship on the line, first time in program history. It was since 2011 that could happen. But Kyle Horde, a big running back, 6 foot. You won't see from the highlights. 6'2", 225 pounds, and he's got track speed. He actually helped win the state championship in track in the 4x1. So when you're a guy that big, that's 220 pounds, that can run that fast, that's a dangerous combination there for defenses. But in the football game against a good St. Edmund football team, 21 carries for 191 yards and 3 touchdowns. They won the football game 37-22. It was a great day if to be a Westminster fan. You clinched an undefeated season, district championship, and the #1 overall seed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty good night to be a Crusader fan, and Kyle Horde was the driving force behind that with his performance. Coming in our top 5 at number 5, and I guarantee he's only a junior. We'll see a lot more about him next year too.
For number 4, we finally made it to the thousands.
Yeah, I know. We're sneaking our way up to the thousands, finally getting there.
Alrighty, for number 4, we got Bunkie running back Zion Lee with 1,529 votes.
Speaking of a big, bruising, powerful running back, it's Zion Lee. I mean, I just want to say, like, if I had the opportunity to try to bring this guy down, I'm going to throw the white flags. Like, hey, here you go. After you. I'm going to give you the first down. But Zion Lee is a Navy commit. He's going to play for the Naval Academy at the next level. We're also going to see Zion play in a Gridiron Bowl game at the end of the year. So we're looking forward to seeing that. But right now, he's trying to lead Bunkie to some more unprecedented heights for a big playoff run, playoff push this year. But we're going to talk about the big rivalry game. I think they call it the I know it was like the bear skin game. It's some kind of rivalry name to it, but it's a big rivalry game between Bunkie and Marksville, and you gotta win those type of games, those rivalry games. And Bunkie's running back Zion Lee stepped up in a big way. 16 carries, 202 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Also, a 48-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in the football game as well. They won the football game 49-24 over Marksville. So Zion Lee, a big-time player, going to play for the Naval Academy at the next level. And he's definitely, we got him toting the rock. You definitely got a shot, and definitely Bunkie's going to run because of a guy like Zion Lee.
For number 3, we are back to Texas, Chase. We got one more Texas guy.
Just one more.
One more. Number 3, we've got Kingwood wide receiver Kai Wehby with 11,768 votes.
Well, we saw the quarterback part of it. We saw Landon Henson, but we're going to talk about the receiver part of it, and that's Kai Wehby from Kingwood High School. And you know, the quarterback threw for over 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. Well, 197 of those yards went to Kai. He had 197 yards receiving, 15 catches, which is you don't really see that a lot of days in high school football. 15 catches for 197 yards and a touchdown. Also ran for another touchdown, because why not? So really, those 2 guys really accounted for all the touchdowns in that football game and a 28-7 win. But Kai Wehby, 15 catches, which is a hair short of 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. What can you say? Another a talented 2027 wide receiver to keep your eyes on in the state of Texas.
Alrighty. We are in our top 2 now.
Oh, man. It was a fist fight, really, for who was going to be number 1.
They were high up there.
Back and forth, literally, to the end. And I got to say, before you give off who number 2 is, this would have been enough to win, like, every week except one this week.
Yeah.
This just comes to show you that timing is key, right? So, almost had a chance, but it was a great effort. We're going to talk more about that. But Sophie, I know these 2 communities are bowing down up there in North Louisiana through this entire week. Tell us who is number 2.
For number 2, we've got Beatman Charter quarterback Eli Owens with 38,503 votes.
I gotta say, even though it came just as close to being number one, just gotta say, round of applause.
Impressive.
That was really impressive for Beekman Charter to be here at number 2. If it was literally any other week, y'all would have won. Y'all been number 1. But it just comes to show you, it's all about the matchup that particular week. But Eli Owens. What a game. And when I saw the score on Friday night, we're talking about our Ball in the Boot show on Friday nights, I thought I had to wipe my glasses again and check this again. But the score, Sophie, this wasn't a basketball score. This is a football score. But Beekman Charter won the football game 86-58.
Wow.
So I don't know how long that game lasted. It probably lasted 4 hours with just constant scoring like it did. But Eli Owens, what a performance from him. He was the quarterback, so he was the guy leading this 86-point onslaught in this football game. Eli Owens had 12 carries, 267 yards, 5 touchdowns on the ground, and he also kicked 2 onside kicks that were recovered by Beekman Charter. So why not? I mean, it's not like you're slowing down them either. They scored 58 points, so
that was one high scoring game.
I mean, I feel sorry for whoever's keeping track of stats.
Oh,
so just the fact that you were able to record these stats in the first place is pretty incredible in my book, because that is an incredible game to try to keep up with stats. But yep, don't readjust your hearing or anything. It is 86-58. That was the final score of this football game. Eli Owens, what a masterclass to really lead that type of game. 267 yards, 5 touchdowns, leading the way as a quarterback for Beekman Charter. Coming in at 38,503 votes, over 31,000 in actual votes. Close to about 7,400 basically in donation votes. So one more time before we give out our winner, round of applause for Beekman Charter and Eli Owens. So before we give out, I'm sure process elimination with those 2 schools, you know exactly who that number 1 spot is. But just want to say one more time, thank you to everybody that has voted, that has donated to our cause. We have 5 more opportunities throughout the season to win a Gridiron Football Player of the Week. So, without further ado, the moment that you all been waiting for, Sophie is going to give away the Gridiron Football Player of Week 10 after a little drum roll. Here we go. Sophie, tell us who is our regular season finale Gridiron Football Player of the Week.
The player of Week 10 is Oak Grove running back Owen Layton with 40,929 votes.
Congratulations, Owen Layton, and probably the most well-deserved, of the year, because you had to hold off Eli Owens, who had over 38,000 votes. But congratulations to Oak Grove High School, and they had a huge win. This is really big for multiple different reasons. Owen Layton, he had 12 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. So that was one touchdown, 100 yards rushing, 12 carries. Also had a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown too. So 2 touchdowns in the football game. Also added a couple of catches, 5 catches for 35 yards. And they won the football game against Ouachita Christian. These are 2 powerhouse programs in North Louisiana. We talk about Oak Grove and we're talking about Ouachita Christian. And Oak Grove was the one to get the victory. 34-21 over Ouachita Christian, and it's because of the effort of Owen Layton. What do you have to say about him? I mean, from Oak Grove High School, Ryan Gregory does a great job, and I think this game really meant a lot to Owen Layton for what he does with his program, and I think it was really emotional to him. He just lost his grandmother earlier in the day, so for him to have a performance like that, for his grandmother too. That really speaks a lot to Owen, and I'm sure his grandmother is smiling down on him after a great performance like that. 102 yards, a touchdown, a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown as well, in a big game. And all the emotions and everything, definitely well-deserved for Owen Layton.
Oh, yeah. Good job.
Good round of applause, Owen. Good job, man. Really deserving. Obviously, the stats tell the story, but behind the scenes, I know the whole community, the whole town of Oak Grove was voting for him and supporting him because of what he went through as well that week. But congratulations, Owen. I know this game meant a whole lot to him and to Coach Gregory and the rest of the Tigers. Congratulations for winning our Gridiron Football Player of the Week. I know your grandmother would be really proud of you. So that was a great performance there. And to be our Gridiron Football Player of the Week. So now, Sophie, we're going to tell Owen what he has won for winning Gridiron Football Player of the Week. So there you go. You had a chance to show it off.
You get this wonderful, amazing, nice blue and red little Leatherman patch.
Voila.
And then you're in the running for the Player of the Year patch as well.
Ooh, ah.
You could get two. You could get two.
Yeah, 2 for 1, yeah.
But you definitely get this one.
You're definitely getting that one. You're definitely getting the blue one. And like Sophie mentioned, you'll be in the running for the gold one. And what we'll do is we'll have a award ceremony. This is also just a PSA announcement, not only for Owen, but for all the guys that have won Gridiron Football Player of the Week. We haven't forgotten about y'all. We just will invite y'all at a awards banquet at the end of the year, and y'all get to receive your Letterman jacket patches then. So that's what we're going to do at the end of the season, just in case you're wondering about where your Letterman jacket patch is. And I know I've been getting some comments about, since probably week 1, about when my Letterman jacket patch coming in. Well, that's what we're going to plan on doing at the end of the season. We'll give you your Letterman jacket patch at our awards banquet. Also, Owen will receive an interview from the Gridiron Football staff as well about his performance. We'll pin it all over on social media, on the top of our social media pages for the whole week as well, until we announce another winner. So Sophie, your reactions here as we go through the regular season in week 10. This is our final one we give out, and a Louisiana sweep.
Our last. Don't remind me. Hey, they almost made it.
Almost.
We had a lot of Texas on here. Come on, Texas. You have playoffs. We have to beat them.
Yeah, you can't beat Louisiana. You can't beat the boot. So.
I know. Some high-scoring games with some high-voting people.
Oh, so. Yeah. Well, any final thoughts? Nothing?
Impressive. Every week. I get amazed.
Yeah, just more and more amazed every single week. I gotta love it. So we had Cooper Babin in week 1. We had Caden Stodner in week 2. In week 3, we've had Ty Curtis, another linebacker from Buckeye, week 3. Week 4, we had J.J. Wabeau from Grand Lake High School, quarterback. In week 5, we had Lake Arthur linebacker Wyatt Monso winning the award in week 5. Week 6, we had New Iberia running back receiver Kendrick John Lewis in week 6. And in week 7, we had Albany running back Jonah Grobe. You see that announcement. You also made the announcement we're going for him to commit to play in our bowl game at the end of the year. You can check that out. Week 8, Grayson Dupree from Archbishop Hannon, a linebacker. Again, we had a lot of linebackers winning this year. Keaton Kaysen was last week from Logansport, their quarterback. And now a running back, Owen Layton from Oak Grove High School. So, like Sophie mentioned, this is pretty much the last opportunity for the regular season for players, but we are still continuing this throughout the playoffs. So we'll continue this in week 11, week 12, all the way to about week 15. So we'll still have 5 more of these to give out. These Gridiron Football Player of the Week Letterman jacket patches. So you know the drill. So on Saturday, we'll even accept donations. I mean, not donations, but submissions for Player of the Week starting Friday, and then we'll end it on Monday at noon. So you'll have Monday at noon to make your, nominations for Gridiron Football Player of the Week, and then we will close nominations at noon on Monday. We'll open voting probably around 5-6 o'clock on Monday, and the voting will end on Thursday. First donations at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then the actual voting will end at 9 o'clock on Thursday morning. We'll announce the winner, as always, on Facebook and on YouTube at 5 o'clock on Thursday. So that's pretty much about it, Sophie. We're going to the playoffs. The playoffs, yeah. That's right, playoff action.
I'm going to say I'm going to playoffs.
Playoffs are coming pretty soon, so we're pretty excited about that. So make sure, if you're watching us, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to go to our website, gridironfootballusa.com. It's right above, hovering above our head, so you can't You can't miss it. GridironFootballUSA.com. Appreciate Roman, our camera op here today. Appreciate giving him a shout, doing a good job with us. Good job as always, Sophie.
Thank you, and you too, Jace.
Oh yeah,
Always
appreciate
good.
that. always a great show, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next Thursday at 5 o'clock for Week 11 edition of Gridiron Football Player of the Week. Congratulations to Oak Grove running back Owen Layton.